Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, on the occasion of the traditional New Year of the Kingdom of Cambodia, on the morning of April 9, a delegation from Tây Ninh province, led by Mr. Thị Thu Hằng, Deputy Chief of the Office of the Provincial People Committee, paid a visit to extend their best wishes to the staff of the Consulate General of the Kingdom of Cambodia in Ho Chi Minh City. Accompanying her, there was Ms. Bùi Thanh Tuấn, Vice President of the Vietnam Cambodia Branch Association of the province. The delegation were received by Mr. Chansori Khan, Consul General of Cambodia in Ho Chi Minh City.
On behalf of the delegation from Tây Ninh province, Mr. Thị Thu Hằng appreciated the close coordination between the Consulate General of Cambodia in Ho Chi Minh City and Tây Ninh province in recent times. She expressed her hope that this good relationship would continue to be strengthened and further promoted in the future. She also wished everyone a cheerful, happy, and successful TayNinhTV, the traditional Cambodian New Year. For his part, Mr. Chansori Khan, Consul General of Cambodia in Ho Chi Minh City, expressed his gratitude for the affection that the party committee, authorities and people of Tây Ninh have shown to the Cambodian people. He affirmed that he would do his utmost in his role as Consul General to further enhance the relationship between Vietnam and Cambodia in general and between Tây Ninh and the other provinces in particular.
Colonel Nguyễn Thanh Tâm, commander of the Provincial Military Command, urged all units and localities to seriously and broadly acknowledge existing shortcomings in management, training, standardization, and discipline enforcement. He emphasized the need to develop concrete solutions to improve training quality and to strengthen advisory roles in budget planning for avoiding and repairing pirates and working offices of commune levels military command board, as well as combat infrastructure at border military posts and training equipment. All efforts should be directed toward effectively fulfilling the tasks of training, standardization, and discipline management in the second quarter and throughout 2025. On the afternoon of April 9, Minister of Finance Bùi Nhật Khang chaired a nationwide online conference to implement the conclusions of the Standing Committee of the Central Steering Committee on Anti-Corruption, Wastefulness, and Negative Practice. The conference was connected online with 63 provinces and cities across the country. At the Tây side, the conference was attended by Ms. Hồng Lê Minh Nguyệt, Deputy Director of the Department of Finance. Deputy Minister of Finance Bùi Nhật Khang emphasized that the conference aimed to refer remote to key tasks, specifically reviewing and handling public assets such as houses and land after the restructuring and streamlining of organizational apparatus and administrative units, and reviewing projects and office buildings that are under construction or have received investment policy approval related to the restructuring process. The Deputy Minister of Finance urged Ministry, sector, and locality to promptly report on the current status of the organizational structure and propose solutions to manage public assets effectively, avoiding losses and waste. In the 2024-2025 winter-spring crop, Tây Ninh province planted over 46,000 hectares of rye. The main rice growing area in Lu, Chao Thành, Trảng Bàng, Gò Dầu, and region along the Vam Cỏ Đông River, typically in low-lying riverbank areas where weather rains more loudly. Farmers sow their rice later than those in higher fields. As a result, rye fields on higher road usually enter harvest season earlier, and they are now in the final stage of the season. The agricultural land in Long Thành Nam and Long Thành Trung communes, where the Vam Cỏ Đông River flows through, is considered the rice cultivation center of Ho Thanh Thao. At this time, farmers in some hilly field areas have almost completed harvesting the 2024-2025 winter-spring rye crop. For example, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Đoàn families in Bến Kéo Hám Lẹ Long Thành Nam commune specialize in rice cultivation in the Gò Dúi field area. This winter-spring season, they planted 5 hectares of rye using OM18 and 5451 variety. Today, the family has harvested 4 hectares, with yield ranging from 8 to 10 tons per hectare. Some areas yield over 10 tons per hectare, making this more successful harvest of this year. is the rice field accumulated alluvial soil from the previous flood season. Currently, the Goyu rice growing area is harvesting the final rice field. The winter-spring season had favorable weather, although thanks to the time interval of a few months when the blood water rose, the alluvial soil made our rice plant grow very well. For the 2024-2025 winter-spring season, Huatanta planted more than 1,100 hectares of rye, concentrated along the Vamkorom River. Today, farmers have harvested more than 80% of the area. According to the assessment from the Department of Cultivation and Plant Protection, this year weather has been quite stable, with pests not affecting the end of season yield. Although rice prices are lower compared to the same period last year, rye growers are still profitable overall. Additionally, many rye growing households have applied self-farming method, only using pesticide when absolutely necessary, thereby helping to reduce production costs and increase profit. Some fields have achieved high yields of 8 to 10 tons per hectare. Rye prices this year have decreased compared to the same period. However, farmers have balanced the use of plant protection chemicals. They only spray pesticide when pest outbreak appear as necessary step. For large rye field, farmers use technology such as spraying with drones, which can reduce costs. Currently, rye growers have a high awareness of environmental protection, limiting the use of chemicals, reducing production costs, which are basic conditions for the rye growing sector in particular and the cultivation industry in general to aim for sustainable development and improve agricultural product quality. As a result, the value of agricultural products is also enhanced. Farmers earn higher income and ensure long-term benefits.
Nearly 350 school administrators and IT staff from primary schools across the province participated in a training program covering key topics such as guidelines for standardizing educational sector data, steps for synchronizing school data, and detailed instructions on how to accurately, scientifically, and consistently update school and teacher data. The training aimed to enhance the awareness and skills of school units in using the educational database software, thereby ensuring the quality and reliability of data used for management and administrative decision-making across the sector. This initiative also lays a crucial foundation for effectively implementing digital transformation programs in education, working towards building a modern, intelligent educational ecosystem that meets development demands in the digital age.
On April 9, Tekambang had officially launched in Branch in the province. It is the second location in a series of 19 projects to be launched around the province in 2025. This initiative aims to maintain the Tekambang pioneering position by leveraging newly designed transaction spaces to enhance customer experience at the branch level. The new office aligns with the bank's digital capability and move toward a paperless branch model by the end of 2025. On the afternoon of April 8, Prime Minister Pham attended and delivered a keynote speech at the ceremony announcing the FTA Index 2024, which evaluates the implementation results of pre-trade agreement FTAs by locality. Speaking at the event, Prime Minister Pham emphasized that the Vietnam has determined its merge integrate to catch up, move forward, and surpass, but must be based on mutual benefit with harmonized interests and shared risks. Addressing his that business will restructure the market and production activity, the Prime Minister stated that the government and relevant ministry will continue to focus on policy research, planning, market expansion, negotiation, and ensuring equal access to policy and resources for enterprises. At the same time, he called on international brands to continue cooperating with, supporting, and assisting Vietnam in the integration process, including the effective implementation of FTA. Ladies and gentlemen, after several seasons competing in the third division, TayNinhTV Football Club had an outstanding 2024 season and earned promotion to the 2025 National Second Division. The team is now receiving high expectations for a successful upcoming season.
In preparation for this season, the team's leadership has planned training camps and friendly matches with Kenhua and Long An to improve tactical skills for the players. The current team composition includes several veteran names from TayNinhTV Football who have competed for many years in the national first division, such as Lâm Văn Ngoan, Ngô Dương Thái from Trần Thanh Vũ, and others. The team has now completed on preparations under the guidance of Coach Ho Thanh Hảo and is ready for participation in the 2025 National Second Division Championship. The 2025 National Second Division Championship will start its first leg from April 11 to May 13, 2025, and the return leg from May 21st to June 22nd, 2025. This year's tournament features 15 teams across the country. Most of the players in this year's squad are relatively young. Our primary objective is to avoid relegation. If conditions are favorable, the team will strive for further goals. We will evaluate which opponents are strong to apply appropriate strategies for each match and must take advantage of our home games. The team has prepared very carefully in terms of personnel as well as implementing the tactics set by the coaching staff. This year, TayNinhTV's team composition mainly consists of young players who have just moved up, and their ability to integrate and analyze tactical situations is very good in preparation for this season. With thorough preparation of the SWOT and carefully calculation of performance timing, TayNinhTV team is expected to succeed in the 2025 season, competing with the highest spirit, displaying an attractive and effective playing style to not disappoint the football fans of the province. In recent times, the Provincial Coordinating Council for Law Dissemination and Education has regularly reviewed, updated, and published on TayNinhTV Provincial Legal Dissemination and Education Information Portal the list of the provincial and district level legal dissemination and education coordination councils. The list of provincial and district level legal rapporteurs, as well as commune level legal propagandists. At the same time, the Council has launched and organized various legal knowledge contests for officials and the general public, competitions for outstanding legal rapporteurs and propagandists aimed at legal dissemination officers, and online legal knowledge contests for armed forces personnel. These activities have helped raise legal awareness throughout society, contributing to a clear improvement in the law compliance, consciousness among officials, soldiers, and citizens.
A representative of the TayNinhTV bus station reported that Tango and Sachin cables in front of the station have been a long-standing issue, raising safety concerns for vehicles entering and exiting the station. The situation has become more serious in recent days as the cable nabbed and lowers the road. The double-decker sleeper bus became entangled in the cable, causing damage to its side mirror. The TayNinhTV Passenger Transport and Bus Station Transport Company has sent a official letter to the relevant authority requesting prompt resolution of the issue. However, as of the morning of April 9, the cable had yet to be cleared or repaired. Local residents are urging the responsible unit to take immediate action to fully resolve the problem, ensuring traffic safety and the smooth operation of the station and the safety of passengers.
The inauguration ceremony was honored with the presence of Deputy Prime Minister of Justice Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc and Party Secretary, Chairman of Provincial People's Council Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, and Acting Chairman of Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Hồng Thanh. The renovation and upgrading of Xuân Hồng Park and the TayNinhTV Stadium is one of the key projects of the province, as announced by the Provincial People's Committee in decision number 1535 on July the 29th of 2024. The project is part of the celebrations for the 50th anniversary of the liberation liberation of the south of Vietnam and the reunification of the whole country, as well as the 50th anniversary of Tainin's liberation, April 30th, 1975, April 30th, 2025. The investment scale of the project includes 6 key components, including the central square and the flagpole area, flower gardens, green spaces, and internal walkways, the place area for the children and sport facilities, parking areas, the sensor infrastructure, including the electricity, water, lighting, and the fire safety system. The equipment for the operation of the facility with the area of 8.2 hectares and a total investment of 37.6 billion Vietnam dong. The Tainan Provincial Project Management Board is the project owner and directly manages the projects. And the project was approved by the Department of Plan and Investment in the decision number 115 on September the 16th of 2004, with a total investment of over 37 billion Vietnam dong, including over 30 billion Vietnam dong for the construction and equipment. The winning bid was over 31 billion Vietnam dong, and which resulted in a budget saving for 6.6%. The construction period was 110 days, starting from December 10 of 2004, and after officially being put into operation on April 8 of 2025, the project has handed over to Tainan City People's Committee for management and exploitation. He also emphasized that organizations, individuals, and residents need to raise awareness and take responsibility for preserving the park's landscape, using the facility efficiently, and promoting the urban civilized behavior. And through small but practical daily actions, we can create a healthy, safe, and proud community space, gradually building Tainan City into a civilized, green, clean, and beautiful urban area, a place worth of living and visiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 years after being recognized by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO as the World Cultural and Natural Heritage Site, the Trang An landscape complex has brought significant economic value to both local authorities and communities. With its natural beauty, historical significance, and enormous economic potential, the Transcendent complex is highly valued not only for its history and culture but also for its economic importance. Ninh Bình Province is working towards establishing a scientific and practical basis for researching the economic value and rank of World Heritage Site, regularly laying the foundation for the economic valuation and branding of such sites globally. Evaluating the economic value of the Transcendent complex represents a breakthrough in heritage research, and determining the heritage site brand value through its direct and indirect economic contribution.
This project is really meaningful because it's one of the few areas in the world that is doing this assessment of the economic and social value and the related potential for development. So, being UNESCO, it brings also
converging on the criteria of culture, aesthetics, beauty, and geology with outstanding global values. In 2014, the Transcendent complex was inscribed as the World Cultural and Natural Heritage Site by UNESCO, becoming the first mixed heritage site in Vietnam and Southeast Asia to receive such recognition. The total economic and brand value of Trang An for the 2024-2025 assessment period has been determined at 213 billion USD. Its developed strategy in Ninh Bình is tied to strategy project setting in a part from other locality. This appropriate represents a steady and well-rounded start for integrating heritage economy into broader economic development. Aligning with Vietnam identity as a nation rich in cultural assets, it is a pathway toward urbanization driven by the power of heritage. Trang An is not only a valuable asset but also a residual driving force. We must first preserve it, then gradually develop tourism products based on its values. From the current tourism offering, we will continue to research and depend the integration of cultural elements to enrich the experience and increase the added value of each product, so that every offering reflects the unique identity of not only the ancient capital of Hoa Lư but also this World Heritage Site, with its blend of cultural and natural significance. Heritage economy is seen as the key to rotating the outstanding universal value and unlocking its full economic potential for the benefit of local community and future generations. By applying scientific and practical research, and not only research the research values of the past, but also continue to grow suitably, connecting history with modernity. Heritage with economy becoming a very symbol of Vietnam on the global heritage map. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.